the Green Knight, the Orange Knight, the Blue Knight, and the Red Knight. Together, they crash castles or something. Hello and welcome to my newest Let's Play. Welcome to Castle Crashers. I'm gonna turn this down. So I think my testing worked. Did a few tests earlier today, so I've had to DIY this one. I was gonna stream it to record it, but Twitch won't let me. Which I think is a choice by the game devs. I didn't mean to open my solitaire. So, we're actually gonna go to options, actually, see if we can meddle with the sound. I'm good with that. We'll keep vibration on and gore on. Gore's a very loose term, by the way, because there is blood in this game, but it's like, the most you'll see is like some spurts of it when you chop a bad guy's head off. And even that's not a constant thing. Honestly, the two main substances the two main things you'll see come out of a human body in this game are blood and poop. And we'll get to the poop later. Now, what am I looking for? Okay, so while I was still Let's Playing The Altars, which is still going up as of recording this, I jotted down a thing. These are just minigames, by the way. I wouldn't worry about these because we're here to focus on the story. So, the Orange Knight is a bit more leveled up for me, the reason being when I first played this game, I actually picked the Red Knight. And I picked the Red Knight because I couldn't tell that he had electricity coming out of him. I thought he would use fire, but it turns out he uses electricity, and yeah, all the four main knights use unique powers, but I'm going with the Orange Knight because it leads me to my point I'm going to make. I've beaten the game with him, so I'm not going to spoil anything. This is not a spoiler. But I'm going to show you something cool. This weapon is probably a spoiler, though, I'm just realising. Because you get this after beating the final boss, and it's the best weapon in the game. Also, say hello to the blacksmith, he doesn't have a name or talk, and the frog moose, because every game needs a frog moose. So, this is the barn. This, I don't know her name, but this woman tells you the power of all these animals. You might be wondering what the animals are. Well, you can see some there. You can see all of them. That's because I got all of them. Now, you might notice a vacant spot here among these ones. And if you want to put an animal away in the barn, you either... Well, if you want to put them fully away, you go to the trash can, and then they just travel over, which is kind of mean, but also in line with the behemoth's humour. And if you just want to get an animal, you just walk over them and they'll hover over you. You can tell when they do this little love heart thing. That's quite cute. But that's not what we're here to do. I'm going to show you all the animals, and I've written down their abilities. So, far left. Here. The orange dog thing with the white face is called Pazzo. And he will lock in on dig spots, and will give you a +2 increase to agility. Agility and speed are basically the same thing. This next one is a cat named Meowbert, who increases your speed by 4, making it the highest speed boost. The next thing with the monkey face is named Monkey Face. He will increase your drop chances. It doesn't specify if that's food or treasure, but I think it's treasure. Next is Sherbet, who increases your jump height, which might be the trolliest one in this entire game, because I'm going to show you something, which I can't show you here. Okay, but he's the only one you can technically get twice, because obviously an animal won't pop up in its designated spot until you've collected it, right? This doesn't count because obviously I've beaten the game and I've collected all the animals. So you can see Sherbet up there. And you might be wondering, well, how do you get him? Well, you hold the right trigger to activate your magic, and you have different magical spells, but if you press Y... No? A? Yeah. Then you can actually get him in the barn. He's one of the only two animals you can get in the barn, the other being the Beholder, which is this brown thing with the eye, which you can only get from collecting a key from a bonus level of something, going here, and then he comes out. We'll get to him later. But it's hilarious because what Sherbet does is, as I've written down, increases jump height. And you can't get to him by jumping normally, you have to level up your magic enough to get to the jump height required. To do that. So if you go to the overworld and turn on statue, see I've leveled it up, you can see like there's differently coloured pips. Each of those is a different ability that you get. I think like some only increase the range of your normal magic attack. But I think if you reach the 4th and final one, that's when you get the magic jump. So yeah, there's that. And it's the only way you can reach the bloody sherbet. And he does go back in the same space if you leave to the overworld and then come back to the barn. Not if you just leave the barn and come back, you have to leave to the overworld and come back. He's still there. So he's technically the only animal you can get more than once. Also, although I guess you could get the Beholder more than once, but why would you? Look at that thing. Anyway. Moving on, we have this tiger-looking thing, a Scratchpaw, who increases your attack and speed both by 2. So really good if you're an attack-heavy sort of person. Next is Burly Bear, who increases your strength by 3 and defense by 1. Good sort of like paladin, I guess, if you want to build that. But these aren't paladins, they're knights. Yeah. Anyway. Next is Bipolar Bear. Yeah. That is his name. Yeah, hang on, Burly Bear, Yeti. Yeah, it is Bipolar Bear, alright. Which is a hilarious name. Kill enemies with less than 8% of their health. It's very difficult to judge that because enemies don't have health bars. I don't think. So it's weird. I don't know what it does. I don't know if he attacks him, if he like kills enemies with less than 8%, or if he gives you enough power to kill if they have less than 8% of their health. It's a bit vague. Next is Snailbert, who increases your defense by 5, making it the highest, but is also the only animal that lowers a stat because he decreases your speed by 2. However, I think his defense increase by 5 is the highest of any stat boost you can get from an animal. Next is Seahorse, who increases your speed by 2 and lets you move at normal speed in water. Yes, there is water in this game, it slows you down. However, notably about Seahorse, he's actually the first animal I ever got when I first played this game when it came out nearly 20 years ago now. Next is Froglet. Froglet grabs items for you, quite handy. Next is Pellet. Now this is not an animal you can get normally in the game, this is one of the DLC animals. And he will shoot ice based on the magic stat. Now I don't really know what that is because I've never tried him. But I think it's based on how high your magic stat is, I'm not sure. Next is Spiny, who increases your defense by 4. Troll, who regens 1% of your health every 10 seconds. Not super useful if you're looking to keep a healing base, but you don't really need one. Because health is quite easy to come by in this game. Remy, who can knock enemies down, really good for, well, knocking enemies down, but also closing in on them and giving you a bit of breathing space. And Bitey Bat, who's the cutest one, look at him, look at his teeth. And if you, with him, he bites enemies. That's sort of vague as to what that means, because what he actually does, he does bite enemies, but he, like, holds them in place. So he kind of stuns them, and it lets you get some free damage in. So it's quite good. Next is Piggy, and he will give you 2 more times 2 healing from food. That's handy. Snoot, who increases your attack by 4, making it the highest attack stat boost you can get. Zebra, they don't always have original names, but Zebra, goddamn, increases speed and magic by 2 and can find fruit and grass for you. Giraffe, who will give you plus 10% experience per hit you land. This is the one I used the most off screen, and is incredibly broken, in case you couldn't tell. He looks derpy as heck, but he's actually like probably the best one to use if you're looking to grind. And I'm at level 30. This isn't even the original profile I had, like, because I think on my 360 I was level... it was the high 30s, but I don't remember how high exactly. This is Mr. Buddy. He's one of the only animals... He is in the game normally, but he's not in any of these, which makes no sense, because he's one you can get in the game. Why doesn't he take Pellet's place here? But then I guess the reason why is because this is sort of like a watery looking area, and dogs don't do well in water. But... at the same time, he's based on Rottweiler. I've owned Rottweilers. I can speak from experience that Rottweilers love being in water. It's weird. But anyway, what Mr. Buddy does is he increases your dig speed. Next is Hawkster, who will peck enemies and pick up fruit, so double use for Hawkster. Also has one of the coolest designs in the game. The Chicken, which is just the Behemoth logo, but a chicken, which is exactly what it is, who actually increases the most of your stats, increasing your strength, defense, and speed, all by a grand total of 1 each. So, there's that. Owlet, who's adorable actually, who can find fruit in trees, and the Cardinal, who increases magic by 2 and finds specific hidden items. This is very handy if you're looking to get some of the more secret animals in the game. Obviously, Like, I'm not going to be walking through it for you, but there's tons of walkthroughs and tutorials you can find online, so just go look them up. I can't do all the work for you. And finally we have the other DLC animals. Let's see, where's next? There we are. The one with the dragon head is Dragonhead, who can shoot fire projectiles, which is based on your magic stat, I think. Next is Install Ball, which I think is one you get from a bonus level in this game. I don't think is DLC. And he can shoot, I've just got it written down as, and from what I can find, it just says shoots projectiles. But it's a bit, like, vague on that. I think specifically it shoots electric projectiles that can stun enemies. Also, he's got the most unique follow animation of the game, because every other animal will float in place, but Install Ball will bounce. I kind of find that cool. Look at him go. And we may as well go over the last couple of animals, because we're not sticking to the Orange Knight. Oh. Completely missed him. The Beholder. Increase your magic by 4, making it the highest magic increase stat, so if you want that, that's good. And finally, the Golden Whale. Now, in case you can tell, I don't think it was obvious from Install Ball, but I think Install Ball is supposed to be... excuse me. Sort of a reference to Alien Hominid, which is another Game Boy, the Behemoth, and the Golden Whale is from Battle Block Theatre, probably the Behemoth's best known game, and one I nearly Let's Played. Wound up not Let's Playing it because I was going to do a co-op. It was going to be my first co-op Let's Play, and then my friends repeatedly couldn't make it, so I had to switch instead. But I'd like to do it as a future LP, and maybe solo, but I'd rather do a co-op if I can. We'll see. But the Golden Whale drops 1 gold every 12 to 70 seconds, and has a 20% chance of turning coins into gems. Coins are your most basic sum of money, and gems are like money but better. But that's really it. I just wanted to show all of these off now, because I'm not playing as the Orange Knight. If I played as the Orange Knight, I would get this all done in one session, easy peasy poo. That's not what we're doing. Oh, I pressed return home. I didn't mean to. That just sends you back to the castle. Yeah, just fast travels, yeah. Anyway. We're not playing as the Orange Knight. Because to me, the Orange Knight is not the hero. Well, he is. But I'm picking the Green Knight. Because I always saw him as like the main hero of the game. Hell yeah, turn up! Oh no! Oh no. He's dead and bleeding. Well, time to stop moshing. Okay. I could tell you more about animal orbs. Animal orbs provide various bonuses and enhancements. If you befriend an animal orb in the wild, they will loyally follow you. Yeah, to befriend them, you just, like, go near them and they follow you anyway. That's the advice they always have. I like that these guys just keep jamming. I will admit, this dude is tearing it up on the bongos. Here you go, dude. Hey, did you forget how to use items? Here, take the Cell Potion. Press the right or left bumper to toggle your item inventory. Press B to use the item you've selected. And we automatically get the shovel and the bow. By the way, I like the detail with the bow, so you might notice it's got like green feathers on it. That changes per night, so if you're playing as the Orange Knight, it would have orange feathers, red feathers, and so on. And it's got unlimited capacity. You don't need to worry about having to buy arrows, you can just use as many as you want. So, suck it, Hawkeye. I can tell you how to use your magic. Hold right trigger to activate magic. I always love the glow effect. Press RT and Y for a splash attack. It's your most basic magic attack. Obviously, as you increase magic, it will go higher. And I'll even explain the differences in magic among the 4 main knights. So, the Green Knight's green magic is like acid or poison. From what I know, it doesn't have as much range as the Orange Knight's does, but I think it does more damage over time to compensate for it. And yeah, the Orange Knight has like fire magic, Green Knight has like sort of poison magic. The Blue Knight has ice magic, which is the only one that can immobilize enemies, because it doesn't matter how like powerful he is. If any of his magic hits an enemy, which is going to happen, because it's usually quite accurate, that enemy is going to freeze. And it's pretty good, and the Red Knight is unique as well, because he's the only one who you can hold the magic spell with, because if you hold Y, he'll let out the electric blast for longer. So, that's pretty cool. Anyway, more magic abilities will be available as you increase your magic skill. I sort of went over that unintentionally earlier. Add skill points to magic to increase your current magic abilities. When trained, magic is the most devastating skill you can acquire. The other magic abilities you can get are if you hold right trigger and press B, you'll just launch an all projectile. Obviously, you have to get the magic ability for that. Bullseye! Bullseye! Oh, sorry. Oh, I forgot I could do that aerially. Fuck it. And the backsmith. I could teach you the basics of combat. Press X for a light attack. It's fast. Press Y for a heavy attack. Press A to jump. Hold left trigger to block. Boom! Alternate your attacks to perform different combos. Also, the Green Knight has a sword, right? I'm pointing this out because depending on the knight you pick, they'll have a different default weapon. To me, this is unique because, from what I remember on the cover, the Green Knight does indeed have a sword, like he has here, and the Red Knight has a mace, which he obviously will have. Like, he has one on the cover, but he'll have one when you play as him in the game, right? The Orange Knight, to me, is unique, because I think he's also holding a sword, but in the game his base weapon is an axe. And the Blue Knight is holding a bow and arrow, which confuses me, because he has, like, a sort of Black Knight-like variant of the sword. It's very odd. Also, attacks depending on your knight will have like different color coding, so a little green effect, and that's what a full combo looks like, more or less. Bum 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 bum. On we go. An evil wizard is stealing the king's crystal. Oh, I forgot that there was chopped up bodies. My bad. And these are your base bad guys. By the way, even though all the bad guys will look different, most of them attack more or less the same. These are barbarians, and you just hit them. Ow. Ow. See? Chopped his head off. But that's usually the most blood you'll see in this game. Ah, when you see one of these, when you see like a yellow thing pop up, that's a different weapon. Now, it's important to point at weapon stats, which I meant to do when I was playing as the Orange Knight earlier, right? But what that is not a... Wow, I'm really better off having this. But what those stats are is it doesn't alternate from weapon to weapon from what I know. So for example, if you have one that's got like -2 but defense but +1 magic, if you have that, that will be like, that for that weapon, right? But if you pick a different one that's got +3 defense and -2 speed, then it'll just change to that. So you'll just get like, it's based on your base stats, essentially. It doesn't like fully detract it. So it's more temporary, which I kind of appreciate. Also, grass. Always hack up grass to see if you can find any fruit. Also, the princesses. Pay attention to the one in the orange dress with the purple hair, because it's a running gag that she never shows her face. It made it all the funnier because when I fully took this game seriously and played as the Orange Knight, it was kind of hilarious. I don't know if that'll be the case in this game, though. But we'll see. Also, top left, you can see the things you have. So I'm level 1, that's what the 1 next to the profile picture stands for. Red bar is health, blue bar is magique. Magic always replenishes. By the way, when it comes to magic replenishing, I don't believe that it replenishes faster if you have an increased magic stat. I mean, it might feel faster because by then you'll just be like super level that you won't need to use it as much anyway. But yeah. Also, as you can see, the bad guys also have shields. So, good attention to detail. Boom. Also, there's no dialogue in this game at all, so I'm going to be talking a lot. Like, no spoken dialogue. And the purple bar is the experience. You've probably cleaned that already. And the thing under that is your money. And also, in case you can't tell exactly what item you got underneath you, then you can just press right bumper to switch. By the way, potions, you can carry as many as 9, I think. Also, we have a Grey Knight helping us. Whee! By the way, the throwing happens when you're really close to an enemy and press Y. You'll just yeet them. Yeet! Yeet! You got what I need? See, my case in point is like, this increases your magic by 1. Sorry, no, the rabbit is speed. That increases that by 1, but decreases your strength by 1. But, like, if I pick up a different weapon that has the inverse stats, it doesn't, like, reset the stats. It will just give me, like, +1 strength and then -1 speed to what my base stats are. That's what that is. Potions! Always buy a lot, especially if you're early in the game. Oh, you can only carry 5. I thought it was 9. My bad. Onward we go. And we can go here now. Oh, the compass! That is actually a story critical item. I didn't know that was... I forgot that was here. Chop, chop, chop. Chop. And in here you can find the... Oh! Hang on. Is it possible? Oh, okay, I can't pick it up yet. So, you actually see all the weapons you got. I thought it wasn't gonna count because I'm playing like as the Green Knight. But yeah, I can only pick that up at level 30. I'm only level 1. God damn, I completely forgot about that. But yeah, these are the other base weapons. This is the Orange Knight's axe. This is the Blue Knight's stick thing. And if we go back further, this is the Red Knight's mace. But we are going to pick a different weapon. Oh, plus defense and plus strength, that's good. Minus speed, but for magic, that's not bad. Yeah. I mean, I can't get, like, things that just increase one thing, so, you know, this is not a... Oh. Not the right level. I'm not the right level for most of these. Pick weapon. Any weapon. Except for ones you're not strong enough to carry. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the key I was on about, that we used to find the Beholder. Level 20 for that, damn. The fish is level 5, because of course it is. There's a strength increase, might as well use that, yeah. Damn, alright. I know you can do a dash attack, but I don't think you get that until you're a bit higher leveled. Also, if you're ever in a bind and you want to get some health really quickly, just come back here and smash these open for any fruit. Oh! I thought I had to re-get all the animals. Well, you don't need to be a certain level to use any of these. By the way, yeah, there is obviously a different explanation for each animal when you go to her. Trophy helps you level up faster, that is, yeah, true. But yeah, no, alright, I forgot about that bit. Home Castle, Castle Keep, that's where we just were. The Barbarian War. It's a war, and there's barbarians. Also, a funny little fact about this game. Hey, level 2. Double A, you do a spin attack. But it doesn't matter what kind of weapon you use, because obviously, like, the hammer's more of a blunt thing. But even if you attack an enemy accurately enough, it will chop off their head still. That something has to be new, because this is like a remastered version of the game, I think. Yeah, see, I still chopped off his head. I'm not even using a slicing weapon. Although, like, the difference between blunt and slicing doesn't really matter. Like, just weapon is weapon. They all attack the same, so just attack with them. Oh, that's a white thing. Maybe it was a thing before. Oh, he critted me. I forgot there was critical hits. See, thing is, right, you find yourself not having to block much, because first of all, there's not a difficulty level in this game. Secondly, it's not a long game, it's like 6-7 hours. That's not a meme reference, that is how long it said it took when I was looking it up the other day. And today. Ah! Thieves, I think these are. Or as I call them, scousers. I'm kidding. Ow. Cherries! Ow. What was I saying? Something about weapons, something about stomp? I don't know. Potion, yeah. I think one potion will heal you back fully. Oh yeah, the difficulty thing. So there's not really like a difficulty level. I mean, I didn't skim over that in like the intro. There's no editing around that. You just like open the game and go in. Oh, by the way, damn it, can I? Yay, you can actually attack with the shovel. I remember that. Ow! Also, yeah, enemies don't actually attack that much. They're more likely to attack you from a range, but if they get close to you, they're not really much of a pain. Also, remember to block, for God's sake. I'm telling myself that, but warning you as well. Oh, I forgot you gave the mouth to mouth. I knew you did the chest compressions. I think you actually get an achievement for keeping these knights from being harmed. Level 3! Yeah, you don't learn something new from every level. But yeah. Hang on, let me help you there. Now the elephant packed a trunk and went away to the circus. Off she went with a trumpety trump, 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 bum bum. Anyway. Grass. Grass. Hit the grass. By the way, if you see something that looks like an X, that is a dig spot. And first boss of the game. Pretty simple, he'll just run back and forth. That won't really hurt you. You just have to avoid the red X's. And I don't think you can block the bombs. Let's try. You can't block the bombs. Okay, good to know. I never really bothered because I didn't... Oh, it can attack you if it runs over you. But I didn't... Ow. But I didn't... Can I finish, please? Good God, you're really rude. But I didn't really bother blocking much in the... Oh God. I was stuck. Again, being rude, interrupting me. I didn't really bother blocking much in the game when I first played it, like ages ago. Oh, the bombs can attack enemies as well. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I minced that guy up. Hit him with the mix-ups, boy. I don't know, yeah, don't use magic against the thing, it doesn't seem to be working. I don't even think it's the magic I'm using, it's just not taking effect. Or it could just be because I'm low leveled. Also, I'll always like the angry face symbol on the end of the boss's health bar. And now it's now got cross eyes and it's a tongue sticking out. Do 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 do. God, I love the music in this game too. It's simple but fun. Honestly, that's my sentiment about the game. It's simple but fun. Ba 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 ba. Stomp. Damn, I was gonna stomp. Also, collect as much money as you can. There's no limit to that either. So, yeah, if you find money, pick it up. All day long, you'll have more money to get items. Bum bum ba. But ow. Ba 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 ba. Ba-choo! Also, another thing as well, if you like see a weapon out in the wild after hitting an enemy, I think like if it's a new one, the weapon thing will glow. Oh, I can do a sprint move now. Hup. So if you press X, you'll do a little dash thing. If you press Y, you'll do like a forward dive. Yee! I would love to know how I knocked them up there. That was kind of weird. Then again, the Behemoth aren't really known for physics accuracy, to be honest. But who cares? The games are fun. That's the point. He dead. Smash a door. Bum 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 bum. La 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 la. I think we're about to come across to next boss, and first, like, big boss, I would say. Ba 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 ba. Bunk. Oh, by the way, one thing I forgot to do as well. Thank you to everyone who voted for this, because this is my 35th Let's Play. Obviously, with all those, it's like fan voted as to what I'll play. So thanks for picking that. And as you can see, the orange princess, her face is covered, but you can see her lips, which I sort of forgot you could do. But you see, the other princesses, they're trapped. This is our first big boss, the Barbarian boss. If that hurts you, it hurts. He has a basic punch attack. He can do that, which I've always thought was kind of cool. Ow! By the way, if you get stuck, I also forgot that when you get hit, the barbarians will cheer and take up the screen. But yeah, if you actually get hit by that move, you will get stuck in the ground, so just wiggle the stick and you'll get it eventually. And in true fashion in a game like this, attack small enemies and you get some... Oh! You might get health out of it. Oh yeah, no, you do. Ow. Ow! Balls. Should I pop a potion? I'm gonna pop a potion. Oh, hell yeah. The moves. Oh. I forgot he did that. Also, yeah, in the background you might notice that 3 of the princesses were taken away, so we've only got the red one. That's not randomized, by the way. It's always going to be the red princess first. I think green is second, and blue is third, and the orange is last. Also saying out 2 enemies at a time. Oh hell yeah, the air combo. Oh hell no, potion. Do you mind? You're being incredibly rude. Ow. I forgot that there was the boss points and last when that happens. Also, yeah, you can't attack him at all during that bit. There's more gore than I remember that being. But if you just attack this once, now you need to attack it more. Money! I like the fact that for a medieval set game this has such banging electro music. And with one swift hit, you are saved. Yes! 52 enemies killed, 172 gold obtained. Even though I obtained more. Oh no, that's from the boss, I think. And all the XP. And we're going to spend some now. So strength obviously increases your strength plus damage. I'm not entirely sure what the difference in those two is, but magic is good because it does increase recharge. Defense is good if you want more health. I like that one. And agility increases your speed, and also archery. I think what that means, it means that arrows will come out quicker. Also, you notice on the left some of the key items we have. So, yeah, we've got the compass, and we have the bow and the shovel. We already had those anyway. But increase in strength and balance out to defense as well. Lovely.